Hello, my name is Rick Eutsler here with AirgunWeb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. And today we're going to take a look at the new rifle from Kral Arms. This is the Puncher Armour. So let's get right down to the nitty-gritty here on what this gun is. Okay, so Kral came on the scene a couple years ago. Airventuri's importing their products, and they've got some really aggressive styling, some very good feature sets, and a very good price point. Now what they've done here with the Puncher Armour is they've taken their Puncher bullpup and they've dressed it up in a new skin. And while you may think, oh, it's the same gun with a new skin, and it sort of is, but some of these features are actually very functional. So when I normally shoot bullpups, I've had a hard time getting the scope high enough so that I can shoot it comfortably and not getting a crook in my neck because I have to lean my head over so far. Well, what they've done is they've put a rail here, which is cool, and then they've built in a riser. Now this riser does move back and forth. It'll give you plenty of room so that whatever scope you're using, like I'm using a Sidewinder Tactical here, this has a pretty long eye relief, so I had to push this forward. I was very happy to see that this wasn't fixed, that you can actually move this back and forth on the rail. That was very cool. Some of the other features we've got a weaver rail up front here, and that is for your included accessories. It comes with a little foregrip here, and also a full pistol grip that will open up and let you run it like a bipod. So that is actually very cool. So that will allow you to hook right to that, and now you've got a built-in bipod for your gun. I do like that. I found it a little bit uneven as far as the balance is concerned. So for my accuracy testing, I went ahead and put it in a sled here because I want to make sure I showed you guys the best this rifle can do. So in .22 caliber, you're going to get 12 shots per magazine. It comes with 2 magazines, and it also comes with a single shot tray. So it gives you the ability to either run longer ammo that may not fit in the mag or load these up. It's got some storage for the other spare magazine back here in the buttstock. So that is all very cool. Additionally, we have the power adjuster, which is standard on most of the Kral rifles. And I've basically been running this just full tilt. You can drop it, and at low power with 18-1.3s, we're pushing right around 530. On high power, I'm pushing over 1,000 feet per second. So what does that break down to in real numbers? You're looking at about 11.5 foot-pounds up to over 40 foot-pounds in this one rifle. That's very, very cool. Up front, you have the shroud that's kind of hidden back in here, but this is it does definitely tames the rapport down. Is it super, super quiet? No, but it's certainly better than without the shroud, because I have tried it without the shroud and it is much louder. So it's definitely doing something to keep the noise down. Certainly if you're out in the field hunting, your game's not going to know what's going on. It's very, very reasonable. In your front yard, I'd probably run it on half power maybe instead of full power. It may be a little bit too loud for your neighborhood, but out in the field, just set it wide open and go to town. So the last thing on the new skin that we have here is we do have an adjustable cheek piece. You can raise this if you like. I find that all the way down is about where it needs to be because, again, with a bullpup, I need to have the scope high enough or it's uncomfortable for me to shoot. Now, pressure and shot count. You fill this up to 200 bar, and depending on your power level, that's going to determine how many shots you get. If I'm running, say, full power, like wide open, so you're shooting over 1,000 feet per second, I'm getting about 2 full mags of really good, consistent shot groups. The third mag, you can definitely shoot it, but you're going to start seeing your point of impact drop about midway through that third mag. So let's just say 2 full mags on full power, 24 shots. When you go down to low power, oh man, you're probably going to get 60, 70, 80 shots. I mean, it'll just sip the air. And you can just determine what you're doing. If you're shooting in your basement at 15 yards, no need to run full out, drop the power down and just have a lot of fun just shooting right there in your basement or short range. If you're plinking tin cans or you're doing other things like that, you don't need full power, drop the power down, you get more shots. So if you're going to take this out hunting, let's just say, you've got 40 foot-pounds on tap. Turn the power all the way up. I'm running the 18.13 grain JSBs, 40 plus foot-pounds, definitely a great option for hunting small to medium game. I think that this is definitely in that raccoon, badger, prairie dogs. It'd be a great gun for prairie dogs. You have that extra power. So that's about it. Let's talk a little bit about accuracy. So here's the thing with Kral guns, as I've found. They really respond well to just a teeny bit of TLC. So out of the box, this was shooting, frankly, not great. I was getting maybe 1.5 inch, 2 inch groups at 35 yards. And I know you guys are going to want to see better results than that. So I thought, you know, maybe we'll go ahead and clean the barrel. And I ran a couple patches through it. I used some of the MP5 oil, cleaned it out real good. And oh my goodness, did things turn around dramatically. Price point on this gun, boy, you got a lot of features, a lot of things going on at a very, very affordable price point. If there's anything about this that maybe is going to give some folks a little bit of a pause, the trigger, it's not great. It's a little bit hard and it's a little clunky. I think that's one of the reasons that I was a little bit inconsistent trying to shoot off the bipod versus putting it in a rest here, because I can really have better control over the gun in this rest when I'm trying to deal with that trigger pull. Now, if I'm out in the field just holding from the shoulder and gripping and ripping off shooting sticks, I'm not going to notice. You're not really going to notice if you got the, that hunting situation going on. That little bit of an extra pull is not going to determine whether or not you hit your target or not. But if you're bench shooting, and that's why you're looking at this, is to be like a bench shooting gun, I think that trigger is going to give you a little bit of a pause. And I don't think there's any way to adjust it other than actually having to remove the skin to try and get in there to try and work on it. So it's not very easily adjustable. Probably is adjustable, but you're going to have to de-skin the gun to get in there and do that. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Very affordable, aggressive styling, great accuracy after we clean the barrel, good shot count depending on what you want for power and or shot count. You have that ability to adjust the power. Trigger could be better. I don't think it's easily adjustable unless you just have to take it completely out of the skin. I can actually live with it the way it is. If I'm out in the field, it's not going to matter. If I'm on the bench, I'll just use a rest, and I can still get the kind of accuracy that I'm going to want to get out of it. Before we let you go, I want to say thanks to Pyramid Air for sponsoring AirgunWeb in these videos. Remember, when you're looking to buy your next airgun or looking to get your next batch of airgun supplies, do so over www.pyramidair.com and let them know that Rick sent you their way. My name is Rick Eutsler here with AirgunWeb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.